Tonight at 5, this year's Wisconsin Supreme Court race is set to break several fundraising records. We'll break down how much candidates are dishing out for broadcast ads. Plus, black adults are almost 2 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's, but less likely to be included in research. How a UW study is trying to change that. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. A first warned weather alert day begins tonight, but first we do have some breaking news out of Windsor. The Dane County District Attorney's Office has concluded a deputy who fatally shot a man at a hotel last October will not be criminally charged for his death. That shooting happened at the Super 8 Hotel in Lake Circle shortly after Deputy Cody Woods spotted a pickup truck that had been reported stolen. Our Catherine Merck has more and walks us through the video of the incident that was just released by the DOJ. Catherine?
The DA's office said it has reviewed evidence in the shooting and determined there is no potential criminal court liability for the deputy involved in this video you're about to watch. We aren't showing you everything because some of what's in this video is too graphic to show. In the video, Deputy Cody Woods' body camera, we see the moments before, during, and after he shot the man. From the new information released by the DA's office, we learned that Woods saw the pickup truck that had been reported as stolen and told the 3 people inside it, including Campbell, to put the truck in park. Campbell appeared to be getting out of the vehicle before moving back behind the wheel and speeding away while Woods was standing at the front of the truck. It was at that point Woods fired a single shot through the driver's side window, hitting Campbell as he drove away. Campbell drove the truck around to the backside of the hotel before stopping in a ditch where he was met by officers. He later died at the hospital from his injuries. The Dane County Sheriff's Office said it is now starting its own administrative review of the incident. Woods is still on leave as that review goes on.
Catherine, thank you. And we'll have more on this story tonight on News 3 Now at 6 and 10. You can also read more at channel3000.com and on our News 3 Now app. Also breaking tonight, we have learned a Madison police officer has resigned. He was charged last November with disorderly conduct after allegedly fighting with a woman at a restaurant. With his resignation, Madison police have closed their own internal investigation into what happened. His criminal case goes on, however. He's set for a pretrial conference next month. Police officials tell us his resignation became effective January 20th. He was one of 3 officers arrested in a 2-week time frame for unrelated incidents. A bit of a warm-up today, but it is ending quickly. The bitterly cold weather returns to southern Wisconsin tonight. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio tracking our alert day, and he has our first warned weather. Gary?
Yeah, it's noticeably colder here than from when I came in just a couple of hours ago. Winds have picked up, and those temperatures and wind chills will start to drop pretty quickly. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see, again, lots of sunshine across the state today. There were a few clouds and a few flurries up in the northern portion of the state, but that front basically came through dry. Doppler track shows some snow showers on the other side of Lake Michigan, but right now skies are clearing out, and that will allow temperatures to drop. Highs today here in Madison, we actually made it up to 27. Janesville hit 28. Notice La Crosse barely made it to 20, and they're down to 12 right now. Madison at 17. Temperatures are in the teens to the north and west, and still in the 20s to the south and east. So temperatures across Dane County range from 19 in Waunakee to 17 in Madison and 18 degrees in McFarland. But more importantly, the wind chills are dropping as well. To the north and west, we're seeing wind chills below 0 now, north and west of the Wisconsin River, and there are wind chill advisories for tonight into tomorrow morning for all of southern Wisconsin, including Madison. For this evening, look for those temperatures to drop pretty quickly, down to about 3 degrees above 0 by 10 p.m., with wind chills by late evening down to about 20 below 0, and that alert day continues through the day tomorrow. Overnight low temperatures will drop to below 0, and high temperatures tomorrow barely get above 0, with wind chills well below 0. I'll tell you how cold it'll be and when we can expect some relief from the cold in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And we do already have one school closing for tomorrow, and you can stay up to date on those closings through our First Warn Forecast Weather app. It also has hourly forecast, road conditions, and your latest radar. You can download it for free right now in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. New at 5, Madison police are investigating after a bank on the city's north side was robbed for the 2nd time this week. Officers were called to the UW Credit Union on Northport Drive about 10:45 this morning. The teller reported the suspect passing a note demanding money. The suspect did not show a weapon or imply they had one, according to police. The person got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. The same bank was robbed last Thursday just before 10 a.m. The suspect in that robbery also handed the teller a note demanding money. Police have not provided a description of a suspect in either case, but said that investigation is ongoing. And also new today, Madison police say one person was hurt after someone fired a gun into a home on the city's north side. Police were called to a neighborhood on Brentwood Parkway just just after 4:30 this morning. Several people reported hearing gunshots. One resident was injured by flying glass when a bullet was fired into their home. 2 other adults and a child were home at the time but were not hurt. Officers are still looking for a suspect. Meanwhile, Rock County and state officials are investigating after a woman died in her cell at the Rock County Jail. Investigators say officers were conducting routine security checks when they found the unresponsive woman. Paramedics attempted life-saving measures but were unsuccessful. An autopsy will be conducted tomorrow. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections is also investigating this incident. The stakes for this spring's Supreme Court race are high. Whoever wins will set the direction on issues like abortion and gerrymandering in the state. And with that comes a hefty price tag, as political reporter Will Keneally explains. Will?
So, Eric, this Supreme Court race is on track to break all kinds of fundraising records. Now, the candidates are looking to spend some of that money, hitting the airwaves with the first round of advertising.
After violence turned Waukesha's Christmas parade into tragedy, Judge Jennifer Doro ensured justice was served.
That's from the ad announced Thursday, the first by conservative candidate Jennifer Doro. It plays off her publicity from the Darrell Brooks trial.
Now Judge Jennifer Doro is ready to serve on the Supreme Court. Wife, mother, prosecutor.
It's one of the first in what's expected to be the most expensive Supreme Court race in state history. According to WISCPolitics.com, Doro is putting $60 grand behind this initial buy. Another candidate, Janet Protasewicz, is already committing to spend $700,000 leading into the February 21st primary.
I'll protect public safety. I believe in a woman's freedom to make her own decision on abortion.
The Protasewicz ad talks up a position that she has staked out on abortion, an issue that promises to be on the horizon for the court. This all is a jump from the last Supreme Court race in 2020.
Believe it or not, this is the only kind of big race in the nation this year.
During the run-up to that primary, the top 2 candidates spent a combined $460,000. That's for their whole campaign. Now, just one candidate is spending 1.5 times that on just ads alone. And with few other races across the country this spring, Wisconsin could be the epicenter for political spending by national groups.
It could really get to be interesting in March and April if groups do that. Now, if they don't come in, maybe we set just like a crazy record. If they come in, it could be a superbly crazy record that we see for spending in the Supreme Court race.
Now, in the last few hours, we've learned that a third-party group has bought TV advertising for Dan Kelly. He's the other conservative running in the race. And we'll be keeping track of not only all the advertisings, but the claims made in those ads through our recurring series, Reality Check. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. An important reminder, early voting for the February 21st primary begins on Tuesday. This election will determine who will move forward onto the April ballot. You don't need to provide a reason for voting early, but you do need a photo ID. You'll find a full list of early voting locations and more on what you should bring with you on our website, channel3000.com. Across Wisconsin, about 2,000 people every month are getting an eviction filing in court. In some cases, it's after just a 5-day eviction notice, as Naomi Coles explains. Naomi?
Eric, filings are back near pre-pandemic levels after the national moratorium put evictions on hold early on in the pandemic. As one tenant in Columbia County recently discovered after failing to re-sign his lease, a warning before an eviction filing can be as short as a 5-day notice. A national push from the Biden administration could kickstart changes to even the playing field for renters.
But despite all of the efforts to provide extra funding and even slow down and briefly have a moratorium on evictions, there's still, hundreds of thousands of people facing evictions across the country. There are thousands of people in Wisconsin facing eviction every single year.
I'm showing you how the battle between landlords and tenants over evictions could change under the new federal blueprint for a renter's bill of rights. That's renters' rights in Wisconsin. It is coming up tonight at 10 o'clock.
Naomi, thank you. The brutal death of Tyree Nichols has put renewed pressure on the Biden administration to pass the stalled George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. The president and vice president are planning to meet with members of the Congressional Black Caucus to get the legislation back on track. It aims to limit unnecessary use of force, restrict the use of no-knock warrants and chokeholds, and limit qualified immunity, which shields officers from many potential civil lawsuits. That last measure met resistance from Senate Republicans, and now that they control the House, the bill faces even more resistance. On the Senate floor earlier this week, Republican Tim Scott blamed Democrats for not making a deal on areas where there was common ground, reforms that included de-escalation training and a duty to intervene, something Tyree Nichols' family is now calling for. The FBI is expected to search the the Indianapolis home and Washington office of former Vice President Mike Pence soon. Sources say agents will be looking for more classified documents. That search comes after an initial discovery of classified documents at Pence's house. Investigators also have found classified documents at the homes of President Biden and former President Trump. Pence and Biden say they were unaware they had them, and they've been cooperating with investigators. By contrast, authorities say Trump knowingly kept hundreds of classified documents. Black adults are nearly twice as likely as white adults to develop Alzheimer's, but they're much less likely to be included in the research. A University of Wisconsin study is trying to change that, and our Braden Ross talked to the researchers and joins us now with more. Braden?
Yeah, this study is focused on finding a cure for Alzheimer's, but they also have another goal, inclusivity. The study specifically focuses on recruiting African-American participants, a group that has been severely underrepresented in Alzheimer's research, even though they're more likely to develop it. Study recruiter Fabu Carter says diversity in research is vital to ending the disease.
The reason it's so important, because when they develop medicines based on the research, if you're not in the research study in significant amounts, then the medicine just doesn't work as well for you.
Dr. Carter says the study has already recruited around 400 participants, but is still looking for more. And at 6, I'll have more on the history that has left many in the Black community skeptical of medical research and how this study is working to overcome it.
Well, Braden, thank you. And still to come at 5, why gas prices have ticked up a bit and why there's a good chance we haven't seen the last of it. Plus, the bitterly cold weather having an impact on much of the nation this week, why it's a generational cold spell in the Northeast and how it's affecting things there. That story just ahead. Plus, a check of the markets in Thursday trading. The Dow falls 39 points, but it's another strong showing for the NASDAQ, which jumped 384.5 points. S&P surges more than 60. We'll be right back.
Hey, Wisconsin, the Friends and Family Sale is going on now at Ashley. To thank you for your loyal support over the last 54 years, you pay what our friends and family pay and not a penny more. Find furniture up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 15% off our sale prices at checkout at Ashley.
Whether you use it as a workshop or simply as a space to store your vehicle, Menards has everything you need for your garage. Chamberlain garage door openers bring quality and value to your home. Belt drive models have a much quieter operation and are perfect for an attached garage. Chamberlain also offers MyQ smartphone control with Wi-Fi built in, allowing you to open and close your garage door from anywhere. Save big money on Chamberlain garage door openers.
Save big money at Menards.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-803-2714 or go to sonobello.com.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
This is it, Wisconsin. Ashley's Mattress Marathon starts now. Save up to 75% off top mattress brands like Beautyrest, Serta, Purple, Tempur-Pedic, and more while supplies last. Happening now at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
Bitterly cold temperatures and wind chills for tonight and tomorrow. At 6, I'll let you know how cold it'll feel.
Then we examine why the Black population is being underrepresented in medical research on Alzheimer's and its impact. Tonight at 6.
With rent prices rising, at times without proper maintenance or amenities to match, Naomi Coles looks into the steps tenants can take to protect themselves and stay in their homes. Renters' rights. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
watching News 3 Now at 5.
Drivers, you may have noticed filling up your car is getting to be more expensive. After hitting a record high last summer, gas dropped dramatically in the fall, but prices are now up again. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of unleaded has jumped 30 cents in the past month. A lot of it has to do with a winter storm over the holidays. Prices could go even higher because many refineries are about to shut down for annual maintenance. An Arctic blast placing millions of people under warnings in the Northeast. National Weather Service calling this a, quote, epic generational cold front. Isabel Rosales brings us the timeline for when the dangerous weather will pass.
Maine to northeast Pennsylvania bracing for wind chills, falling as far as minus 50 degrees or more, according to a National Weather Service forecast. Frigid temperatures and powerful winds. Gusts forecasted to blast up to 40 miles an hour.
If people are outside in weather that is extremely cold, below 20 degrees, frostbite sets in very quickly and you can die.
A whopping 15 million people expected to be under severe cold warnings across the region through Saturday.
The important fact is going to be remaining indoors this weekend, if at all possible. This is a great reason to stay home and maybe watch Netflix.
The Weather Service predicts the Arctic assault will move out relatively quickly by Sunday afternoon. Unlike the relentless ice storm that's been pummeling the south and central U.S. for most of this week.
And so trees are falling with all the ice.
Forecasters say warmer temperatures arrive by late Thursday, but ice over neighborhoods will take a while to thaw out. Lights out. Over 500,000 people are still without power from Texas to Tennessee, tracked by Power Outage US. And melting roads could remain slick and dangerous as rain continues in several areas through Thursday evening. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Now, so far this week, over 6,200 flights have been canceled in and out of the U.S. amid the severe winter storm, including more than 700 since this morning, and that's according to FlightAware. So for us, an alert day for bitterly cold weather tomorrow. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, take a look at where temperatures have gone. So far, unofficially, we've hit a high of 27 degrees today. Not bad. Actually, even a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. Take a look where temperatures are now. We're at 17. La Crosse is at 12. The Twin Cities at 4. And temperatures are in the single digits and teens below zero just to the north and west of there. Compared to 24 hours ago, you see those temperatures dropping on the order of about 10 to almost 20 degrees. In fact, some cases even around 25 degrees of a temperature drop over the last 24 hours. Wind chill in Madison right now, still above zero at 4. La Crosse is below zero. Look at those wind chills out to the west. Morris, Minnesota right now, 33 below zero. And it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Future track wind chills by about midnight tonight show Madison down to around 25 below zero. We could see wind chills to our north and west as cold as 35 to 40 degrees below zero. And even by early tomorrow morning, Madison, about 27 below zero. Marshfield, 38 below zero. At that level, you start to see frostbite in a matter of about 5 to 10 minutes to exposed skin. And even by noon tomorrow, we're still looking at wind chills in the teens below zero, gradually getting to closer to zero by late tomorrow afternoon. But we'll probably have to wait until Saturday before we see the wind chills actually get above zero, along with the temperatures that by Saturday afternoon could reach the lower 30s. Wind chill advisories in effect for the entire state of Wisconsin, northern Illinois, northern portions of Iowa. Wind chill warnings for wind chills of 40 below zero or colder for the Arrowhead of Minnesota and the north part of that state. Of course, we have that alert day in our forecast. Wind chills here could be down as cold as 30 below zero by early tomorrow morning, but even during the day tomorrow, they'll stay below 5 degrees below zero. The weather pattern is starting to change, though. Weather track out in the Pacific Ocean starts to show a series of storm systems that'll be heading back toward California. They're getting back into a stormy pattern. What that does is it buckles the jet stream. So usually when the jet stream buckles to the south and the western part of the country, it heads northward and milder weather heads in our direction. That's this bubble out to the west that'll be in here starting this weekend and probably lasting through much of next week. Wind chill advisories, though, until 9 a.m. for our western viewers, start at 11 p.m. until noon tomorrow for pretty much the rest of our viewing area. Planning your night here in Madison, low of 11 below zero, Middleton 11 below, 10 below zero in Dalyville, and 9 below zero in Windsor. But again, you factor in the winds and it'll feel about 20 degrees colder than that. Low of 7 below zero in Janesville, 13 below in Camp Douglas and 11 below zero in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny, but it'll be bitterly cold. High temperature 4 above zero, but you factor in those winds. We're still looking at wind chills between about 5 and 15 below zero during the day. Future track wind chills about 10 o'clock tonight, already down to about 20 below zero in Madison, between about 25 and 30 below zero overnight, even during the day tomorrow. Notice those wind chills staying below zero. Tomorrow night, back down to about 10 degrees below zero, but the temperatures will actually be rising at that point, and by early Saturday morning, the wind chills will be closer to zero. And by Saturday afternoon, the high temperature gets up to 33. It'll be 34 on Sunday. A few peaks of sun in the clouds this weekend. Rain by Monday afternoon with a high of 38. A mix of rain and snow Tuesday morning. Some rain showers Wednesday in the afternoon. Maybe mixing with snow Thursday and ending in some snow showers on Friday. But those temperatures still slightly above normal for this time of year. As we check out first warn traffic, the Beltline right now looking pretty good. Not seeing any delays there. Just a little bit of a slowdown toward Stoughton Road. That's usually where the flex lanes start to merge back in. Otherwise, the normal 15-minute drive either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. It's the normal 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. 17 minutes Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue. US 151 takes you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Well, Gary, thank you. And it is Groundhog Day. And early this morning, dozens gathered in Sun Prairie for Jimmy the Groundhog's annual prediction. Take a listen.
I, Jimmy the Groundhog, have consulted the skies over Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and determined them to be sunny. So, I have seen my shadow. In consideration of this, I hereby proclaim that there will be 6 more weeks of winter.
You heard him. 6 more weeks of winter after Jimmy saw his shadow earlier today. This is the 75th anniversary for the Sun Prairie Groundhog prognostication. Here's something for you movie buffs out there. Did you know the movie Groundhog Day was almost filmed here in Wisconsin? It's actually true. Bob Hudgens, a location manager for the film, he was in charge of finding a city for the movie that looked exactly like Punxsutawney, and one of the finalists was Baraboo.
You know, we ended up going through middle of Wisconsin in Baraboo, of all places, which whimsical is the big word for Baraboo.
Yeah.
And so it's a town square. And Harold actually, you know, we had lunch on the square, and then we walked around the square once, walked around again. Then Harold turned to me and said, "Hey, is there a town square closer to Chicago?"
That's right. Director Harold Ramis and actor Bill Murray ultimately decided on Chicago in order to be closer to their families. And this year, the film is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Counting down to music's biggest night. Next at 5, we'll meet Grammy nominee Ranky Tanky and see how they're taking listeners on a cultural journey. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
7 feet tall. A great deal isn't a great deal if almost no one can get it.
See ya.
At U.S. Cellular, everyone qualifies for our best deals. Choose from any unlimited Evolved plan and get $830 off any phone with no trade-in needed.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have, lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
40s was a bit of a shocker for me because 40s I noticed the skin under my eyes getting very loose, and then 50s hit. And I'm 54, and I really notice the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure and it's actually a gift for anyone.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this Valentine's Day for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
DePaco Credit Union protects your well-being, supports you through life's many surprises. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Look! It's easy to say things. Look closer. Anyone can do that. But at US Cellular, when we say you get unlimited data for $29.99 per line, we mean $29.99 per line, even one.
We are counting down to music's biggest night. Ranky Tanky is a South Carolina group nominated for a second Grammy this year. Nichelle Medina introduces us to the group breaking barriers with their unique style of music.
It's a soulful sound, one that's preserving history.
We're singing about happiness and death and the celebrating life.
In 2016, 5 friends from Charleston, South Carolina came together to form Ranky Tanky, performing songs inspired by the Gullah culture.
The natural form of Gullah is people singing, clapping their hands and stomping their feet.
Music and sounds that originated among the descendants of Africans who were enslaved and brought to the coastal South.
Good time, a good time. We gon' have a time.
Good Time in 2019 helped the group score their first Grammy for Best Regional Roots Album, marking the first Gullah recognition in Grammy history. And they've done it again. This is the moment lead vocalist Kiana Parker learned of the group's nomination in the same category.
It's just an honor to be there, honestly, and still have the Academy acknowledge and to represent our Gullah heritage and our Gullah culture, which has never been done before.
While the Grammys has put the group in the spotlight, the music is resonating with audiences, taking listeners on a cultural journey.
These are songs that are from the heart. The Gullah community is all about love and uplifting, everybody and everything around them.
Ranky Tanky is expected to release their 3rd studio album later this year. Win or lose at the Grammys, their career is climbing.
Have you prepared a speech just in case?
No speech.
No, to be recognized
by our peers
is just, really a very heartwarming thing.
Global ambassadors preserving traditions and culture one beat at a time. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And it's the 65th Annual Grammy Awards set for this coming Sunday, 7 p.m. live on CBS, but also on Paramount+. A pre-show begins at 6, and to get more information about who will be performing, you can head to channel3000.com. And we'll be back with the final check of your First Warn forecast with Gary after a short break.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhofels. Right now, save up to $900 on adjustable base sets. Queen Beauty Rest mattresses start at $399. Or step up to the new Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhofels cash, plus a $100 MasterCard rewards card. And with Steinhofels 72-month financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. So save big and rest easy on your new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhofels.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
There's a live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Another pretty sunset. The Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, same thing. Temperatures, not so pretty. Around Dane County, mainly in the mid to upper teens, already down to around 10 in Viroqua, and wind chills below 0 to our north and west.
Get ready for the cold again. CBS Evening News is coming up next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned.